Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. I know I went MIA you guys for a little bit and I'm so sorry, but there's a reason why and I'm so excited to tell you guys. I'm not going to be telling you guys in today's video. It will probably be the next video that you guys see, whether that's next week or the week after. I am not sure yet. I'm praying and hoping I'll be able to share with you guys next week, but I have some exciting news and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So anywho, that's not what today's video is about. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of new products. So I went to Ulta today and they had a bunch of new launches, so I picked up some stuff, and then I also had some new products in my new products drawer that I wanted to try as well. So I figured, why not do a video trying out a bunch of new makeup, because I wanted to hop on here before I tell you the big news to let you know I'm alive and well and that I have big news to share with you guys. So yeah, if you guys want to see me try out a bunch of new goodies, then just keep on watching. So how have you guys been? I've missed you guys so much. You have no idea. I've been wanting to film so bad and I couldn't do it. And I'm here today and I'm so happy to be back. But let's just start off this look. I have so many new products that I cannot wait to try. Like this year's launches have been bomb so far. Like, I'm very impressed. So the first product I'm going to be trying is not really new, but it's new to me. This is the Anastasia Eye Primer. I believe this is the mini one. And I have yet to try it, so I figured I needed a new eye primer to try for today's video, so why not try it? Yeah, it's definitely the little mini guy, but I've heard really good things about this, so let's just apply this really quick. Oh, it's like really oily. Was I supposed to shake it first or something? Okay, I'm gonna wipe this off, because I feel like that was all oil that just came out. That's better. Alright, I'm just gonna blend this in with my little brush. The consistency of this kind of reminds me of the P. Louise base. But I love the coverage that it's giving. It's like a perfect color, like base color. Now, because this is a first impressions video, I, of course, am not going to know how long this actually lasts and if there's any creasing throughout the day, but so far it's pretty good. I really like it. So Wet n Wild just launched a bunch of new stuff. They launched a concealer, like a tinted moisturizer, some new lip products, some eyeshadow palettes, and that sort of stuff, but they didn't have everything available, I can't talk, at my Ulta, but I did go ahead and pick up this palette. I guess they reformulated their eyeshadows, I'm not too sure, but this is the Call Me Sunshine palette. And I just figured it was super different from what I have in my collection. It's more of like that mustardy, I don't know how to explain it. It's more like yellows, which is different from what I usually wear, and I wanted to try something different. So I figured this was perfect. So this is what the palette looks like. Super pretty. It has 4 matte shades and 6 shimmer shades. Alright, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And that's going to go into my crease. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's been a hot minute since I've tried the Wet n Wild shadow formula, like that comes in these kind of palettes. So I don't remember what the old formula feels like and how the old formula performs, but so far this is doing pretty good. I'm now going to take this shade right here with a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend out that edge. Next, I'm going to go in with this deeper shade, and that's going to go on my outer corner. I'm also going to put a little bit in my crease. And then I'm going to take that brush I used for my crease, and I'm just going to blend out any harsh lines. Now, normally I would cut my crease, but I don't want to have a super sharp line in my crease today. I kind of just want to apply a shimmer and just have it all blend. So I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here with a flat shader brush. I'm going to apply this to my lid. It's not really showing up. I might need to use my finger. For some reason, this shade you really have to warm up when you swatch it. I'm just doing your basic eyeshadow look today. I don't remember the last time I've done just a basic look like this for a video. I'm just going to go ahead and take that deep brown shade again right here. And I'm just going to blend out this line a little bit. So far so good. There's only a little bit of fallout from the glitter, but otherwise everything blended really well. That shade that I used on my lid, you had to really dig in there to get some product on your finger. But once I really warmed up the product and put it on my lid, it looks super pretty. And the eyeshadow primer worked great. Nothing stuck to a certain spot or anything. Everything blended beautifully. So I'm impressed so far. So for primer, I'm going to be trying this NYX the Marshmallow Primer. I've heard really great things about this. I heard it smells really good. So we're going to test it out and see. So it's definitely like a thicker primer. Oh my god, that does smell so good. Oh, that smells really good. Okay. So far, I love the way it feels. It's very smooth. And it's got a little bit of tackiness to it. Nothing crazy, but I love the way that feels. I can't wait to see what my foundation looks like on top of that. Next for foundation, this literally launched like a couple of days ago and I found it at Ulta. This is the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. It's 24-hour long-lasting hydration. Hydrating foundation with hyaluronic acid and aloe vera. 24-hour long wear finish and lasting moisturization with a natural coverage finish and weightless skin feel. I got the shade 010 Cool Porcelain, I think. Let's give this a try. I'm super excited. They had a bunch of shades as well. I think I read that they have like over 30 shades or they have 30 shades. I'm not too sure. They didn't have 30 shades at Ulta, but they do have quite a bit. Hopefully this is a good shade match for me. I just kind of guessed. So far, it definitely has a natural coverage, but I definitely think I could have gone with a little bit of a darker shade, but that's okay because I'd rather be too light than too dark. It definitely is like a natural finish. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can like add another layer and kind of build up the coverage because right now it's just kind of like light coverage. You can definitely build it up, as you can see. I'm definitely getting more coverage and looking more ghost-like. It definitely has like that skin-ish like finish. I feel like skin-like finish is more like a satin foundation. This doesn't really have any like luminosity to it. It's just kind of matte. I feel like for something that's skin-like, it has like that satin finish where it's like dewy but not too dewy sort of look. But this looks pretty good. I'm definitely not mad at it. Alright, next is concealer, and I have the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito Concealer. I picked up the shade Fair. I think this is I'm gonna look more like Casper, but that's alright. This is a all-day full coverage concealer, and that's all it says. So, let's give it a try. I'm gonna go ahead and just apply my concealer how I normally would. I'm going to do one eye at a time just in case it decides to dry. Wow. Look at the difference. That's pretty friggin' full coverage, I must say. Up close, let's take a look. Looks really good up close. Doesn't look drying at all. It looks really good. Let's go ahead and do the other eye. I love this concealer. Look at that coverage. Wow. Let's go ahead and apply it to the highlighting points of my face. Okay, I'm having a little bit of an issue with the blending on my forehead. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I let it kind of dry a little bit. It's definitely one of those concealers that like once you blend it, don't blend it anymore because now it's like coming off of my nose. So like once you get the product down, just stop blending it after you let it set. Now for powder, I have the Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. Now this I picked up I think during Black Friday because it was on sale. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Smells fabulous, smells like peaches. And this is in translucent, I believe. It definitely has a strong scent. And it tastes so good. I just got a little bit in my mouth and that tastes so good. I don't recommend you eat it, but if you have a very sensitive nose to like smell and you don't like very strong scented products, I definitely don't recommend this because it's very peach smelling, but I personally like it. Now that I've set the key areas, I'm just going to take whatever's left in the cap and just kind of dust it all over. Alright, now they say this powder is amazing. It makes your skin look so smooth and flawless. Let's go ahead and take a look. That looks so good. It definitely looks like flawless. I can't wait to try it with like my go-to like primers and go-to foundations and see like how it really looks. But right now with these products, they're looking pretty good. It looks flawless. Next for bronzer, I have the new Physicians Formula Matte Manoy Butter Bronzer. I could totally be butchering that. Don't judge me. But so yeah, I love the original butter bronzer, so I want to give this one a try and see if it was just as good. And it's also water resistant, which is kind of cool. I would love to try that out like during the summertime and see if it actually is. It looks a little bit orange for my liking. It smells totally different than the butter bronzer. I personally think that the original butter bronzer smells so much better. This one does smell pretty good, but the butter bronzer smells so good. I'm just going to go ahead and take my bronzer brush and just tap in there. I don't know how much I need, but I definitely need a lot because we're going to have to bronze up this Casper looking face. I'm going to have to grab my original butter bronzer and see what it looks like next to this one shade-wise because I'm kind of curious. Alright, so this is the regular butter bronzer. As you can see, it's well loved. And that's funny, you actually can't open this one as much as the regular one. So it's definitely more orange. I thought I was going crazy. Definitely more orange, but I really like it. I actually think it looks super pretty. So there's a shade comparison in case you're wondering. I'm also taking some and putting it down the sides of my nose. Not so much to contour my nose, but to have some warmth in the center of my face as well. And not just the perimeter. I just like the way that looks. Next, I have a new blush. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush in Turks and Caicos. Now, hopefully this doesn't disturb anything going on underneath. We will have to try and see. I'm just going to be using this brush. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's just a super, not super stiff, but a sort of stiff brush. And it's pretty dense, so I feel like this would be great for this product. I'm just gonna dip my brush in there. I am not a cream blush person at all, but I've heard great things about this, so I figured let's just try it out. So I kind of coated my brush a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it to my cheeks. I definitely think this would be a good blush like for like your natural look because it does have a little bit of luminosity to it, which is fine. But I feel like this would look so gorgeous on top of like a tinted moisturizer or like bare skin. This would look stunning. Let me go ahead and look at it up close. It did not disturb the product underneath, which is awesome because some cream products you want to put on before your powders because it can really like patch up and make your products underneath move. But it did not do that at all, and it gave a nice, really pretty pinky shade. So thumbs up for that. I actually really like that a lot. And next, this isn't really new, but I don't think I've tried their highlighters before. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade 250. So I don't think I've ever tried their highlighters. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But I found this in my new product store, so I figured why not give it a try. I have heard really great things about this, so I do have high hopes. I'm going to go ahead and take my Bretman Rock highlight brush. A little bit of this. Apply it to my cheeks. Definitely has a shine to it. Let's go ahead and really pack this on. I like to start off a little bit first because I'm so scared I'm going to first put it on and be like, oh my god. So I like to start off with a little bit, but oof, that is pretty. Let's see what it looks like on the skin. No glitter, it's definitely just that like sheen, you know what I mean? You know how some highlighters have like chunks of glitter? This doesn't. This just has that highlight sheen and it is so pretty. I love it. Alright, so I'm going to do my lower lash line off camera just to save a little bit of time, but I'm just going to use the same shades that I used up above. Apply that to my lower lash line and I'll be right back. Okay, so my lower lash line is done. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different. And for my inner corner, I'm going to take this really bright gold shade just to change it up a little bit. Normally I take the same shade that I use as my highlighter, but I decided to do something a little different. It's just makeup. It's art. You can do whatever you want. No rules you have to follow. This shade definitely went on a lot easier than the other shade I used. For my brows, I'm going to be trying out this LA Girl Brow Bestie Triangle Tip Brow Pencil in Soft Brown. I got this in PR once and I just never tried it. So we're going to go ahead and try it today because why not? Now these triangle tips, you either love them or you hate them. I have a love-hate relationship with the triangle tips. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, this is too thick. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, this is like so easy. I'm definitely going to have to go in with some concealer and clean it up a little bit. But otherwise, it works really, really well. It's a good shade, I think. It's not too dark. It's not too light. It definitely has like a cooler undertone, which I personally like for my eyebrows. And the spoolie worked pretty well at blending in any lines. So I really like this so far. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. Definitely not mad at it. But if you're the kind of person where you just kind of want to do your brows and go and not have to clean up some spots, this might not be the best product for you. Because I felt like more towards like the tail end of my brow, this product is a little bit too thick. But there's definitely ways to work around it because it is a triangle. So you can go ahead and like flip it over and only use the point of the triangle and do little hair strokes. It's kind of one of those things where you have to like practice and get used to it. I'm going to go ahead and quickly highlight my brows using the same highlighter that I used on my face. Just going to go ahead and pop that underneath. Alright, so I'm going to curl up my lashes before I go ahead and do some mascara. So for mascara, I have the e.l.f. Lash It Loud Volumizing Mascara in black. And it has an amplifying and defining brush. Volume that hits all the high notes. This formula's intensely rich pigments easily coats lashes for a bigger and bolder look. The wand, you're not going to be able to see it because I can't zoom in, but the wand reminds me of something. And I can't think of what it is. But let's go ahead and give it a try. Holy cannoli. That actually looks so good. Don't mind if my eye's watering. I poked the crap out of it. But this is with 2 coats. I love it. I think it looks so good. For an e.l.f. mascara, I'm impressed. Because sometimes e.l.f. mascaras are hit or miss. But I feel like they've really been stepping up their game. I love this mascara. I think my lashes look so good. It definitely weighed them down just a little bit, but that's what all mascaras do with my lashes anyways. They can never hold a curl. I do feel like it held a little bit of a curl, but nothing crazy. But I love the way my lashes look. I think they look so bomb. So, A+ for this. I love it. Next for lipstick, I have this Juvia's Place The Nude Peaches Velvet Matte Lipstick in the shade Me. I've been dying to try this lipstick and I finally got my hands on it. The packaging, gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And this is what the shade looks like. So hopefully it goes okay with my eyeshadow look. This is not a shade I would normally go for, but I'm loving it. Super creamy, definitely matte, but it's not drying at all. It's definitely like that nice creamy matte. I might have to pick up more of these shades, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about it with this eyeshadow look. I might have to add like a lighter color in the middle. But this formula, I'm loving it. It is so good. This product isn't new, but I am going to add it to the center of my lips to kind of lighten up the shade a little bit. This is the Marc Jacobs New Nudes Sheer Gel Lipstick in Strange Magic. I got this at like TJ Maxx or something. And this is my go-to lip to apply to the center of any lipstick. And it just looks so good. Okay, so I definitely feel like that kind of pulled this look together. I'm going to look at my skin up close before I use the last product and kind of see what it looks like. And it looks so good. I definitely feel like having it sit on my skin and be able to just like marinate and like melt into the skin, it looks so much better than it did when I first applied it. It looked good when I first applied it, but now that it's sit a little bit, I feel like it looks 10 times better. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Skin Mist. This is a setting spray, an ultra luxurious microfine mist setting spray infused with maru butter, something butter, and Tukuma butter to deliver a radiant, flawless airbrush finish, packed with essential fatty acids and pro-vitamins that soften, condition, and moisturize skin, leaving it silky soft. Incredibly weightless texture combines with the best feature of a powder and mist to smooth skin texture effortlessly and set and refresh makeup for all-day wear. So of course I won't be able to test out the longevity of this product, but we are going to go ahead and see how it makes our makeup melt into our skin, hopefully. Smells so good. Smells just like the butter bronzer. Super, super duper fine mist. I didn't get any like globs of product or anything. Smells heavenly, like I said. So looking at it up close, I don't see a huge difference. I definitely see like the makeup kind of sunk into my skin just a little bit, nothing crazy. But I definitely feel like my makeup is nice and set. It doesn't feel like sticky or like tacky or anything. It just feels like my makeup isn't going anywhere and it's going to stay in place. So far I really like this. I mean, it's a setting spray, so it's kind of hard to tell like if you're actually going to like it. You kind of have to wear it throughout the day to be able to know. But so far so good. I like it. I feel like my makeup melted into my skin and my face looks bomb. Now I know this isn't new, but I do want to apply lashes to kind of really finish off the look. So I'm going to take my brand Simply Style lashes in the style Live, and I'm going to apply these off camera really quick, and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look. So what do you guys think? I'm kind of loving it. But I'm so grateful that everything worked out pretty well for me today. The only thing I had an issue with was this concealer, and it was totally my fault because I was trying to blend it after the concealer had already set, which caused patchiness. So you live and you learn about new products, and this concealer, once you have it laid out, leave it alone, don't touch it, and you won't get that patchiness. That's the point of first impressions. You kind of get an idea of how products work, but everything else worked out perfectly. I am so happy with everything. Full face first impressions can be tricky because you never know, like you can get that one product and it messes up all of your makeup. Luckily that did not happen to me today, which I'm so thankful for. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments down below and give this video a big thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!